much, Pastor Allen, and each of you for allowing me to be here this morning and allowing my family to worship with you this morning. Thank you to my husband, my campaign manager, and very dear friend and my daughter for being here with me this morning.
Amen.
Amen.
My name is Dr. Kim Sexton Luter, and with your support, I will be your next senator for Senate District 34. Yes. I am out here speaking those things that be not as though they were, because I recognize the power in my tongue, and I am excited about making history. But what I'm even more excited about is the opportunity for you to say, yes, I know Senator Luter. She's my neighbor. She goes to church with my cousin in Kannapolis. Her children went to school with my children. She's one of those 40-plus double Dutch ladies. We're both Aggies. She's the past president of that local chapter of Delta. She plans the MLK celebration for Cabarrus County every year. I just saw her in Harris-Teeter. Yes, I know her. It is indeed time for you to send someone you know to Raleigh.
Amen.
It's time for the people of this district to send their neighbor to Raleigh, because the issues on the ballot require representation from someone who loves and cares about this community just as much as you do.
Amen.
I am a mother and a wife and a sister and a concerned neighbor. And for all of these identities, I am striving to fill this seat. As a mother, I want to remind you that our children's futures are on the ballot. Right. We cannot continue to allow lawmakers in Raleigh to take money out of public schools to fund private school education for rich kids. As a wife, particularly one who has spent the past 2 years playing caregiver to my husband in his battle with cancer, I want to remind you that health care is on the ballot.
Amen.
It's not being melodramatic to say that our lack of access to health care is killing us. Even with Medicare expansion, state legislators have yet to ensure access to health care in many rural communities across the state. And in 2024, these same legislators are still trying to deny our mothers and our sisters and our daughters the right to their own body autonomy. We've got to stop this. As your sister and your neighbor, I want to remind you that economic justice is on the ballot. Too many families are struggling to make ends meet in an economy that is short on jobs and an actual livable wage.
All right now.
Affordable housing is on the ballot. Cabarrus County is in a housing crisis. We have the 5th highest eviction rate in the state. 10 cities are popping up throughout the county as our homeless rates rise, and people who have lived here their entire lives are having to make the tough decision to leave because they can no longer afford to live here.
All right.
The lives of everyday working people like you and me are on the ballot. Those in power are insisting we go back. Well, I'm on the ballot to move us forward.
All right now.
Too often, we put all of our focus on national elections, but I'm here to tell you, it's our local elections that have the most impact on our lives.
That's right.
Our fight is right here where we live. And even if you don't live in District 34, you live just across the way on the other side, understand you should care about who is elected here, because we need to break that supermajority in the General Assembly.
Amen.
So your senator needs my help. I'm on the ballot to combat the reactionary politics intended to set us and our community back a century. I'm on the ballot to push for government accountability and to break the vice grip like hold, preventing building a progressive, multiracial, working people first agenda in our state. That's what we need, folks. To make this a reality, I do need your help. We have to make sure we get out to vote, as you heard Pastor Allen say. We have to make sure that not only we vote, but everybody we know gets out to vote.
Amen.
No matter how frustrated you get with the people in power, you have to vote, and you must vote your complete ballot. Don't forget about the down ballot candidates. Secondly, I can always use financial support. If you have and if you are willing, I need you to make a donation to my campaign and help me reach as many voters as possible. It seems my opponent has lots of corporate dollars to back him, and when he's not passing irresponsible legislation criminalizing everyday people like you and me for wearing a mask and trying to be extra cautious and jeopardizing the health and well-being of every single North Carolinian, he's busy spending lots of money on bogus polls, lying to voters, and testing his fearmonger messages to figure out which one can most effectively be used to smear me and my campaign. But me, I'm just out here visiting churches, meeting voters, sharing my platform, and listening to what people have to say. So when I do get to Raleigh, I can indeed be the voice of the people.
Amen.
Lastly, what I need from you is your time. Volunteer to canvass, knock doors, phone bank, register, educate, and mobilize voters. And help us put together the greatest grassroots campaign this state has ever seen. Speak the name of Kim Sexton Luter. Speak Diamond's name. Speak Juanita and Ingrid and Yolanda and Keisha and Michelle and Namu and Joanne and Sabrina. And don't forget about Rob and all of the other progressive folks on the ballot this November. We absolutely can win this. We must win this. And we will win this with your support. I am Kim Sexton Luter. Thank you immensely for your support. Together we will move North Carolina forward. And I will be hanging around and spending time with you also after service. If you want to talk more, I'll be around to talk. Thank you for affording me this time this morning. Thank you, everyone.